One thing is for certain, England will finish the World Cup ahead of the Germans, both in tournament placement and in the goal-scoring charts. Alan Shearer ahead of Jurgen Klinsmann and the world's best player, Ronaldo. And we open the door to our Final Four. Brazil will take on England in Marseille, and Argentina will replay Italy in a rematch of their 1990 semi-final in Paris. Roberto Baggio, the only survivor from that game 8 years ago. If retro football gaming is your type, then like and subscribe for more of the finer things in life. The first World Cup semi-final that England has been in 8 years, the second in their careers. The last time round they fell short to the eventual champions Germany. This time it's against the reigning holders Brazil, who have won every single game in this tournament. Both nations in the goal-scoring forms of their lives. World Cup semi-final number 1 underway. Brazil versus England. Rivaldo has been nominated to take the first set piece for Brazil, and Seaman escapes without taking a touch of the tricolor. Bebeto beating forward. There's Leonardo. Swivels around Paul Ince. Leonardo back to Roberto Carlos. It's low across the face of goal. It's off the crossbar from Ronaldo, and it's tapped home by Bebeto to give Brazil the lead over England in the World Cup semi-final. And the disadvantage comes for England after 12 minutes. Perfect start for the champions, and it's a 5th goal for Bebeto. And Roberto Carlos times it late, seemingly sealing the fate of Darren Anderton. It's not looking good for him when you can't leave the field on your own accord. Bebeto lifted for Ronaldo. Superman punch from Seaman. Ince is wiped out. Play continues. Ronaldo. Play stops. Not for a foul, but because it's a second for the Seleção. It's goal number 8 for number 9, Ronaldo. I mean, who else would it be? But the controversy lies in the way that Paul Ince was blasted off the ball by Leonardo. Perhaps the future BBC pundit got the ball after all. No use crying about it now. England have a huge job to do now. Cross comes in for Shearer. Direct hit on Taffarel. Ince. And now Scholes. Owen has picked up a ton of space here. It's Michael Owen. He smashed it straight at the keeper. The clearest chance yet for the Three Lions. Michael Owen plays it out wide to fellow clubmate Steve McManaman, who comes in for Darren Anderton. Huge amount of pressure on that flank. Oh, what kind of pressure! He's found Alan Shearer. With relative ease, England back into the game. The captain, wearing number 9, grabs goal number 9 and reinstates England's hopes of reaching the World Cup final. Rivaldo, give and go to Dunga. Wastes no time trying to seek out Bebeto. Beckham, wiped out by Rivaldo. And David Beckham may thank Samba Skeletor Rivaldo. Beckham can't bring it down to reap any kind of reward. Scholes has picked Owen out of a haystack with that ball. Ince is laid off to McManaman, and Shearer couldn't react to a free rebound in time. Beckham, there's Lascelles. When Lascelles gets the cross in, Owen, it's a bad header. Beckham's corner. Shearer collides with the defender, belts it behind the goal. Lively start to the second half from England. Scholes, cross finally comes in. It's a screeching header from Shearer. Bebeto. Cafu returns it to Bebeto, and England are in deep trouble here. Seaman. Premature Seaman, more like. Have you ever been happier to see Seaman come out so fast? McManaman slamming on the brakes. Oh, look at this, it's a free transfer. Ince had the tiniest gap to squeeze it in, and Taffarel closes it quickly. Bebeto wanders into no man's land. Scholes. So there's 5 minutes to go. And it's a soft header from Owen. Oh, very tired. Ince. Better run through. Here is Owen. Shearer. It's now or never, and it's a defiant block. Scholes' corner. Smashed in by David Batty, of all players. The England fans were leaving the stands. David Batty has made them batshit happy. Sit down, Brazil. You're not going anywhere for the next 30 minutes. Well, well, well. Does this look familiar? Extra time for England in a World Cup semi-final. Can they lift the curse? Sampaio dodges Scholes like a hole. Dunga. Bebeto. It's against the shins of Ince. The Weaver. There's two Liverpool players chasing him down in white shirts. And it's tap time from the fox in the box, Bebeto. Ronaldo can't finish the game. They've turned to him. And boy, has he delivered. It's goal number 6 of the tournament in the final seconds of the first half of extra time. And the dread begins again for England. They have the next 15 minutes to get themselves out of this mess. Rivaldo isn't holding it up. Brazil are looking for one more. England need to defend this corner. Rivaldo's first attempt fails. Gets away from Ince. Second cross coming in. Out by Campbell. Sampaio. Off the crossbar. The Weaver has through past it to Edmundo. And the angle is against him. Thankfully for Seaman. Campbell stops Rivaldo one way or another. And now he grabs a bony knee. Rivaldo may be out of the World Cup final if Brazil can hold on. Scholes gives it to Owen. And Owen is still going. Yes! He's done it again! Michael Owen has come good for England. And he keeps the Three Lions neutral. This game, this World Cup semi-final may go all the way. England ran out of strategic ideas. It needed individual brilliance like Michael Owen's feet. Rivaldo is going to come back on. What a game. And it's not over yet. It's Dunga to Bebeto. And look at this, it's Danielson. A chance to break English hearts. It's come to this. England in a penalty shootout. The last one Brazil was in, they won a World Cup. English confidence may still be dented from Euro 96. And the reverse penalty isn't even a goal. Edmundo hits the post. Alan Shearer, with his record, should be putting this away. He plays it safe down the centre. Brazil's second highest goal scorer in this tournament. It's Bebeto. Didn't take a penalty in 94. And in 98 he doesn't score. It's going so well for England. Michael Owen can put them 2 goals up. Taffarel guesses the right way. It's Danielson to equalise. Smashes it down the centre. 1 apiece. For now, Scholes can put England in front. He scores. It's a safe and sensible one in the bottom corner. Now, how bad is that knee affecting Rivaldo? Not at all. He scored. Now, David Batty missed his penalty against Argentina. In the real tournament, he scores against South American opposition in the Fantasy one. If Cesar Sampaio misses, Brazil are out. They're still alive for now. The honour will fall to the substitute, Steve McManaman, to plunge England into their first World Cup final in 32 years. And it's come at the expense of the world champions. For either Argentina or Italy, this venue may serve as a dress rehearsal for the World Cup final. Argentina saw off Germany on penalties here, just as they saw off Italy in 1990 at the same stage of that World Cup. Roberto Baggio scored his penalty on that day. We all know what happened 4 years later. Veron gives the marching orders to Batistuta. Whips in for Claudio Lopez. First corner of the game. It's the Italians who have the honour, and Baggio gets the first touch on it. Too many striped shirt. Chiesa. Del Piero has found Albertini in a tempting position on the edge of the area. Here's Claudio Lopez, Argentina's top goal scorer. He's on the warpath. Lopez picks out Batistuta amongst all of the white shirts. Could have been one of the truly great semi-final goals. Albertini. Here is Roberto Baggio. Cross comes in. Di Biagio doesn't get the cleanest connection on it. Albertini, another deep cross, and this time Luigi Di Biagio slams it against the crossbar. Good footwork from Almeida. Veron has released it, and Claudio Lopez thumps it into the floor. Can't have been expecting the ball to fall to him in that manner. And Chamot has been caught snoozing. Baggio wakes him up rudely. Here is Baggio, can't keep himself steady. Albertini. Costa Curta loops it back over the top. He's away from Chamot. Sensini's failed to intercept the cross, and Baggio controls, and it's a simple toe poke home for the Italians to take the lead over Argentina. 7 minutes left on the clock in this first half, and the divine Roberto Baggio has gave them a legendary start. Here is Del Piero, Italy's breakthrough star. What a World Cup he's had. Nearly finds Baggio with a deflection. Ariel Ortega galloping through onto Simeone, and he's threaded it through to Claudio Lopez. Oh, it's bungled in. 1-1 in the World Cup semi-final. Argentina, one of those countries that always find a way, and in a post-Maradona World Cup, the Albiceleste are doing just fine. Now they have Claudio Lopez, and Italy's defence, usually resilient, has been caught napping there by Simeone. Alessandro Nesta doesn't have much business being up there, but he's justified it. What a pass of Baggio! And Del Piero is the man who benefits from the mess caused by the chaos of Alessandro Nesta's free pass. Italy have near instantly killed the Argentinian equaliser. Roa denies Baggio a brace. Nothing he can do about Del Piero's tap-in. Lopez. Simeone returns it to Claudio Lopez. Hits it first time. 20 minutes to go. It's played short. Knocks down by Batistuta. Drilled home by the right foot of the left-footed Lopez. Pouncing like a leopard. Or perhaps a tiger in stripes of blue and white. Claudio Lopez has rescued Argentina again. And what a setup. A combination from Batistuta, knocking it down for Lopez to do the rest. Batty goal with a chance to put them in front for the first time. Crossed in by Posotto. Caught by Roa. Coming up to the business end of this World Cup semi-final. Extra time is on the cards, and Batistuta may have broken through, and he's too tired to turn and face the box. Extra time for the second time for both teams who endured it in the quarterfinals. The second semi-final will have a second period. That's a defence-splitting pass to Filippo Inzaghi, and Roa was well ahead of the curve. Trapped by Almeida. Played up wide to Ortega. Slammed against the face of Nesta. Batistuta couldn't do well. Crossed in by Ortega. Simeone kicks nothing but air. Del Piero only has to keep it to beat. The World Cup final is almost at his feet. He uses neither of them to take a touch. He's fired it past Roa, who has found himself in no man's land. The keeper comes out as fast as he can. Very nearly disrupts Del Piero, who has no choice but to take his chance with his first touch. Ariel Ortega will stand over the free kick at a chance to bring them back into the game, and he nearly troubles Pagliuca, who almost loses it behind him. The crossbar complicates things. 15 more minutes to go for Italy to face England in the World Cup final. Claudio Lopez has slammed it against Pagliuca. Rolled in first time, and Pagliuca punches it out for a corner. Crespo back to Ortega. Hernan Crespo buys himself some time. Batistuta knocks it down for Lopez, nearly a deja vu of the earlier equaliser. Played short to Almeida. Opens fire from distance. Sword wide of the Italian bullseye. 7 minutes to hold on. Del Piero has found Albertini. And that'll do the trick, surely. It's almost all over for Argentina. Albertini, just as good as Del Piero's first time finish. The Italians are fantastic at finding the net tonight. Del Piero, goal scorer turned provider. The Italians have taken the edge in the World Cup semi-final. Back to Stuta. He frees up Hernan Crespo. Crespo holds his nerve. Cannavaro blocks it. Lopez wins it back. It's a fracas in the penalty area. And just as Liquid said to Solid, it's not over yet. It's not over yet. Fabio Cannavaro, who would lift the World Cup in 8 years' time, has made a catastrophe of this clearance. Baggio has slotted it through. Del Piero pokes it under the armpits of Roa. And it's just as quickly as Argentina gets her hand back on the game, is taken away from them by Del Piero, who seals a hat-trick. Last year, England played Italy in the Euro 2020 final. Back in the past, they played them in France in the World Cup final. Well, for the neutrals, one of world football's fiercest derbies would have been a dream World Cup final. The champions Brazil earned gold 4 years ago, and now they compete for bronze against Argentina in Paris. Giovanni will catch up with the loose clearance. Giovanni takes his time to find the top of Ronaldo's head. Cafu, see if he can do better on the cross. More like it, Ronaldo finds Caballero. Claudio Lopez wins it for himself. And he tries to emulate Del Piero's goal from the semi-final. Here's Danielson on the left wing. Ronaldo again hits the target, not much better than that. Collected by Giovanni. Ronaldo goes down. And he clutches that bothersome knee of his. Estrada has wiped out Brazil's best striker. There's Roberto Carlos. It skims the roof of the net. Hernan Crespo does well to keep that ball in. Spoils it on the follow-up. There's Ronaldo. He will continue. He's found Edmundo. Edmundo smashes it against the wrists of Caballero. Ronaldo. Still the ball remains glued to his feet. Danielson. Aldunga. Still no goals here in the third place playoff between Brazil and Argentina. Held in towards Crespo. And Dida has panicked. Lopez can't tap in the rebound. Carlos. Edmundo. Now Ronaldo. Brazil are being stretched wide. But Ronaldo crosses across the face of goal. It's as far as the keeper. Gallardo to Crespo. Returns it back to Gallardo. Pushed out by Dida, and both Argentinian and Brazilian heads clash. Almeida taken down by Denilson. Final minute of the 90, and Brazil may have broken through. Edmundo is 1-on-1. Can he win a bronze medal for the Seleção? Well, the World Cup final we could have had has no goals. Extra time once again. Held in the air by Gallardo, and Batistuta couldn't reach it. Fatigue showing its face on the South Americans. Bebeto buying his time, he finds Ronaldo. Zanetti's out of the game. And Ronaldo, who's normally poisonous, lacking lethality. Another penalty shootout in Paris maybe on the cards. Andre Cruz finally finds his bearings, but he's played it out as far as Gallardo. Cross comes in, Batistuta! Well, we finally have a goal. It may be the final goal in this World Cup for Argentina. Batigol, Gabriel Batistuta has surely bagged the bragging rights. Argentina beat Brazil in a World Cup. Two teams who have gave us nothing but entertainment over the last 4 weeks. Bid their farewells in a World Cup final that could have been. Argentina finish third. Whatever happens in Sunday's final, Alan Shearer is almost certain to take home the Golden Boot, with almost double the amount of goals he scored 2 years ago at Euro 96. England have seen off Japan, Yugoslavia, and the champions Brazil. The Italians battled through Norway, Spanish and Argentinian opposition for the privilege to face each other at the Stade de France in Saint-Denis